Hello, hello. Welcome to tea time. I've been a bit remiss the last while. I've not made it to tea time. I am here in the UK. This is Arrow. He's a yearling, and there's Shirley behind him. I've only just met them, so I'm going to keep moving a little bit as we do tea time. Huh, guys? Would you like to be in tea time? Have a little tea? So I don't know who's going to join me live and who will see this later. But this could be a more active tea time than usual because these youngsters often are. So they're very curious about my teacup, which I'm happy to share. There's always more tea to be made. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about being overprepared or being underprepared. And what you're going to see here with these two is that they're pretty excited about having me join them in their space. And you can see that Arrow would really like me to interact more. But I'm doing tea time with you guys. So I am, in essence, underprepared for this situation because I've never met him before. But I'm interested, I'm curious, I'm happy to play with this. It doesn't bother me that I'm underprepared. And this is the thing that I thought I would talk about today. As I travel, I hope that I have enough knowledge and experience that I can be in the right place at the right time. That's not always going to be true. And this is actually just a great situation for me to explain this. Normally with youngsters like this, I would be more focused on what their needs were, not talking to the camera. But in this situation, I thought I'd do tea time and just demonstrate a little bit of unpreparedness, just for the entertainment of it. So this is Arrow. As you can see, he's very interested in everything. And I'm going to pass by him a lot and then let him think about what that looks like. And he'll come and be interested, and then I'll pass by him again. I am not really prepared to have a big conversation with him because I don't know him that well. And I don't have a lot of preparation to deal with this level of stress and this newness. So when I have a horse that I don't know very well, I'm going to go ahead and keep moving past them and around them until they settle. And then once they settle, what we can do is we can build a preparation for more stressful situations. The goal would be you can go into a stressful situation and you can do it together. You can interact together, you can work together. And you know each other well enough that you can stay in harmony through a more stressful situation. But that takes preparation. You have to know the horse. You have to know what they're thinking about. You have to know where they're focused. You have to know what kinds of redirection they respond to well. And that's kind of an interesting puzzle. Huh, Arrow? So I don't know Arrow at all. And I don't know what kind of redirection he responds to particularly well. And so because I don't know him, I don't have any preparation for this situation where I don't have a lot of attention out for him. I have to keep moving because this is what I find with young horses. If you don't move around them or set them a boundary, they will force you to move. And so I'm going to voluntarily move around them until they settle. And then only after they settle could we build a preparation for being able to stay in harmony through a more stressful situation. Now, stress isn't bad. Stress is not bad at all. Stress is fun. It's exciting. It's invigorating. I'm actually having a really good time here. But it's not something we're prepared to handle together. And so, Arrow has to think about it there. He's going to look back at me. Right here, we have a moment to be in harmony together because the stress has come down. I'm not so unfamiliar as I was a few minutes ago. Then the stress comes back up and we have to circle around each other, pass each other, work around the space until he settles again. The point that I wanted to talk about this evening in tea time, although I haven't been drinking my tea very much, is that a lot of students come to me and they say, so when my horse is stressed, what do I do to fix the situation? What do I do to stop them from running away from me, from going too fast, from biting? What do I do to stop them from getting in an accident? What do I do to calm them down? And that's not really the question, in my opinion. That is just a situation where you are underprepared. Because if you were prepared for that situation, you would already know what to do. So here it is. I've just sat on the hay box. Arrow came to say hi. We have now talked long enough that we can have a few moments, but I'm going to go ahead and pass by him before he feels like he has to cause me to move, before he has to nip at me or push me or provoke me to move. I'm going to offer to move. And this is one of those things that I do in freedom-based training that helps horses realize we can build a foundation where we can enter higher stress situations and I can help them. But, if I don't know the answers, how to help them, really the best thing I can do is move around them, or I'm going to go into more dominant training. I'd rather not do that. I'm not really a dominant trainer anymore. It's not the thing that I want to do. I could, but I'd rather not. And so, as Arrow's here, he wants to smell my tea. That's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and walk past him and around him. Let him think about that. And we can do it as many times as he wants. No big deal. Past him and around him until he settles. And then we could have a little bit of harmony with him. Yeah, look at that. When you're underprepared, it means that you haven't done the strengthening work in the relationship that lets you feel what you're supposed to do. If you really don't know what to do to help a horse relax or help a horse feel better or help a horse avoid an accident, preparing for that happens in the quiet, peaceful moments. And with youngsters, those quiet, peaceful moments might be just one little tiny moment at a time. To be overprepared, that often happens when all you want to do is the quiet, peaceful moments. And you're a little afraid of ever entering a situation where the stress might come up. And I don't really see a problem with that. I like being overprepared. But sometimes students will feel a little bit of a lack of motivation if they're feeling like they're overprepared all the time. It's not as fun to show up and try things. And so I really think that it's that balance between underprepared and overprepared. They're just the right amount of preparation where we work with horses in low stress situations and we find harmony with them in ways that are easy. There's Arrow drinking at the water trough. And we work in and out of harmony with the right timing so that we know them well enough that we can go ahead and help them and really feel like we know what to do because we've done enough in the quiet moments that it's easy to go ahead and do things in the stressful moments that we know about them, It's every horse is a little bit different and you learn them in the quiet moments. That's where you build a preparation. If you have nothing but the quiet moments, then you're going to find you're a little bit overprepared and lack some motivation to think about putting in the hours, putting in the practice time. So I'm going to go ahead and end this tea time here, give Arrow my full attention for a few minutes. I think it's a lot more stressful for me to not be fully paying attention to him because I'm not really getting my timing accurate. So I'm going to stop talking to you guys and be a little bit more accurate about when I pause and when I say hi. And if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I will try and be more accurate with tea time at the right time of day on Tuesday like usual next time. Hi, do you want to smell? And then I'm going to walk past you. There we go. And there's a moment of harmony. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and we'll get back on our usual Tuesday tea time schedule shortly. Say goodbye, Arrow. Hi. Do we have to work on that a little bit? Would you like some more attention? Yes. All right, we'll work on our timing so that we're better prepared for these interactions. I know, you'd like more attention? We can do that. I know. This is always fun when I'm interacting with horses I don't know. Obviously, if I get, pushed on a little bit, it just means that I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I got to do better. So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, and I'm going to give a little bit more attention, do better, and we'll see if we can get a lower stress level where we can build the kind of preparation where we don't run into that stuff anymore.